Built to Rise: Success Principles for Melanated People and People of African Descent, written by Langston E. Hughes. Chapter 11: Family, Tribe, and Strategic Relationships. Relationships are either systems of elevation or systems of leakage. No success is purely personal. Even when a goal looks individual, relationships are involved. Someone taught you how to think about yourself. Someone modeled money habits. Someone showed you what love looked like, whether healthy or unhealthy. Someone encouraged discipline or mocked it. Someone opened a door or closed one. Someone's absence shaped you. Someone's presence steadied you. Someone's wound became part of the family atmosphere. Someone's courage became inheritance. For melanated people and people of African descent, relationships carry unusual weight because so much of our history has required collective survival. Families were separated and still rebuilt. Communities were denied access and still formed institutions. Elders carried memory. Churches, mosques, temples, lodges, mutual aid societies, schools, barbershops, salons, kitchens, porches, clubs, unions, and neighborhood networks became places where people found information, protection, employment, food, spiritual strength, and belonging. Relationship is not extra. Relationship is infrastructure. But not every relationship strengthens purpose. Some relationships are systems of elevation. They help you become clearer, healthier, more disciplined, more honest, more skilled, more peaceful, more courageous, and more responsible. Some relationships are systems of leakage. They drain time, money, confidence, focus, health, and spiritual energy. They keep old patterns alive. They punish growth. They make chaos feel normal. They turn guilt into a leash. They confuse loyalty with self-abandonment. This chapter is about learning the difference. Family matters, community matters, love matters. But purpose also matters. Boundaries matter, standards matter, wisdom matters. The people closest to you should not be allowed to repeatedly destroy what you are called to build. Family is a foundation, not a prison. Family can be one of the greatest sources of strength in a person's life. A healthy family gives belonging, protection, memory, correction, laughter, food, history, care, and identity. It tells a child, you come from somewhere, you are not alone, we have standards. We hold each other. But family can also become a place where pain is repeated instead of healed. Some families normalize shouting but avoid truth. Some normalize silence but call it peace. Some normalize financial dependence but call it love. Some normalize disrespect but call it honesty. Some normalize control but call it protection. Some normalize gossip but call it concern. Some normalize overgiving but call it duty. Some normalize emotional absence but call it strength. To build success, you must tell the truth about your family system without despising your family. This is delicate work. You can honor your people and still change the pattern. You can love your elders and still refuse inherited fear. You can support relatives and still set boundaries. You can be grateful for sacrifice and still name what hurt you. You can stay connected and still stop playing the old role. Family is a foundation when it teaches identity, responsibility, love, discipline, memory, and support. Family becomes a prison when it demands that you remain small, silent, chaotic, or guilty in order to belong. The goal is not to abandon family. The goal is to mature family. The role you were assigned. Most families assign roles, often without saying so. The responsible one, the problem one, the successful one, the caretaker, the quiet one, the funny one, the strong one, the broke one, the educated one, the emotional one, the peacemaker, the scapegoat, the rescuer, the one everyone borrows from, the one no one expects much from. Some roles are positive on the surface but still become heavy. Being the strong one may mean no one checks on you. Being the successful one may mean everyone assumes you can carry every financial emergency. Being the peacemaker may mean you silence your own truth to keep others comfortable. Being the responsible one may mean you became an adult too early. Ask, what role did my family assign me? Did I choose it? Does it still serve my purpose? What does this role cost me? Who benefits when I keep playing it? What healthier role am I choosing now? A person serious about success must be willing to outgrow family roles that no longer match purpose. This may create discomfort. When one person changes, the family system often reacts. People may say you are acting different. They may say you think you are better. They may miss the version of you that was easier to predict. Stay compassionate, but stay clear. Growth is not betrayal. Love without standards becomes confusion. Standards without love become harshness. You need both. Love says, you matter to me, standards say, and this is what I will not keep repeating. Love says, I want your good. Standards say, I will not fund your destruction. Love says, I care about this relationship. Standards say, respect, truth, and responsibility must live here. Many people struggle with standards because they were taught that love means unlimited access. If someone is family, they believe that person can call at any hour, borrow without repayment, disrespect without consequence, dump emotions without consent, violate privacy, or demand help without accountability. That is not love. That is disorder wearing family language. Healthy love has standards. We speak with respect. We tell the truth. We repair harm. We do not use children as weapons. We do not borrow what we do not intend to repay. We do not shame growth. We do not normalize abuse. We do not confuse secrecy with loyalty. We do not make one person carry everyone's consequences. We do not use spiritual language to avoid responsibility. These standards are not meant to make families perfect. They are meant to make families safer for purpose. Strategic relationships. Not every relationship needs the same level of access. Some people belong in your inner circle. Some belong in your support circle. Some belong in your professional circle. Some belong in your family circle but not your decision-making circle. Some belong at a distance. Some do not belong in your life at all. Strategic relationships are not manipulative. They are intentional. They recognize that access should match trust, maturity, purpose, and responsibility. The inner circle should be small. These are people who can know your fears, plans, weaknesses, and next moves without using them against you. They pray for you or hold you in good faith. They correct you. They celebrate you. They protect your name. They do not feed your ego or your excuses. The support circle includes people who are positive, loving, or useful in particular areas, but may not need full access to every part of your life. The professional circle includes colleagues, mentors, clients, partners, advisors, and collaborators. These relationships require clarity, boundaries, agreements, and mutual respect. The family circle includes relatives, but blood alone does not automatically qualify someone for inner access. Some relatives may be loved deeply and trusted lightly. Distance is sometimes wisdom. Everyone cannot sit at the table where your purpose is being planned. Real-world example. Fannie Lou Hamer and Freedom Farm. Fannie Lou Hamer understood that political power and daily survival were connected. After years of organizing around voting rights and dignity, she helped create the Freedom Farm Cooperative in Mississippi in the late 1960s. The project connected land, food, housing, education, and community support. It was a practical answer to poverty and exclusion. People needed more than speeches. They needed food, work, land, and systems of care. Freedom Farm matters for this chapter because it shows relationships becoming structure. This was not individual success performed for applause. It was community relationship organized around need. People cooperated so families could eat. Land became a tool for dignity. Networks helped raise money. The cooperative supported housing and other community needs. It connected survival to self-determination. Hamer's example teaches that strategic relationships are not only about personal advancement. They can become food security, political courage, economic stability, and community power. The modern question is, what could your relationships produce if they were organized? Could your family create an emergency fund? Could relatives buy land together with proper legal agreements? Could friends form a childcare exchange? Could a group of professionals create scholarships? Could a faith community connect families to food, credit, education, and estate planning? Could local business owners share customers, training, and space? Could elders teach skills before their knowledge disappears? Relationship without organization is sentiment. Relationship with organization can become legacy. Choosing a partner who you build romantic partnership with can shape the direction of your life. Love matters, but love alone is not enough. Attraction matters, but attraction alone is not enough. Chemistry can open a door, but character determines whether the house can stand. If you choose a life partner, choose with your future in mind. Ask, how does this person handle conflict? How do they handle money? Do they tell the truth when it costs them? Can they apologize? Do they respect my purpose? Do I respect theirs? How do they treat people they do not need? What is their relationship with work? What is their relationship with family? How do they respond to stress? Do they have a vision for life? Are we spiritually compatible, or at least mutually respectful? Do we want similar things regarding children, home, money, service, and lifestyle? Can we build systems together? A partner can multiply strength or multiply chaos. The wrong partnership can drain years of focus, money, health, and confidence. The right partnership can become a sanctuary, school, business center, healing space, and launch pad. Do not choose only from loneliness. Do not choose only from physical desire. Do not choose only because someone looks good in public. Do not choose only because your family approves. Do not choose only because the person has money. Do not choose only because you are tired of waiting. Choose with wisdom. The household vision. Every household needs a vision. A household without a vision becomes a place where bills, moods, habits, screens, arguments, and emergencies make the decisions. A household with a vision has a standard to return to. A household vision might answer, what kind of people are we becoming? What do we value? How do we handle money? How do we speak to one another? How do we care for health? How do we honor ancestry? How do we serve others? How do we learn? How do we resolve conflict? What are we building over the next 12 months? For a single person, the household vision still matters. Your home should support your purpose. It should not be a place where every habit fights the future. For couples, write the vision together. For families with children, include the children in age-appropriate ways. Let them help name values. Let them see goals. Let them know the family is building something. Possible household values: truth, respect, study, health, financial order, faith, service, creativity, ownership, peace, discipline, ancestral dignity. Put the vision somewhere visible. Review it monthly. Let it shape calendars, spending, chores, media, meals, learning, and conflict repair. The household is the first institution many people will ever experience. Build it on purpose. Friendships that protect purpose. Friendship is not only about fun. A real friend helps protect who you are becoming. Good friends can laugh with you, but they can also tell the truth. They can celebrate, but they can also challenge. They can listen, but they do not feed every excuse. They can sit with your pain, but they do not help you build a house in it. They can enjoy life, but they do not make foolishness the center of the relationship. Ask about your friendships. Do we only discuss people, or do we discuss ideas and plans? Do we celebrate each other's growth? Can we talk about money, health, family, and purpose honestly? Do we hold each other accountable? Do we respect boundaries? Do we become better or worse after spending time together? Some friendships are seasonal. That does not make them false. Some people walked with you through one part of life but cannot walk with you into the next. You do not have to create drama to accept this. Sometimes the relationship simply needs a new distance. Maturity learns to release without hatred. Mentorship and elder wisdom. Every generation needs guidance. Mentorship is one way wisdom travels without each person having to learn every lesson through pain. A mentor can help you avoid mistakes, see patterns, understand rooms, build skill, prepare for leadership, and think beyond your current exposure. But mentorship should be approached with respect. Do not ask someone to mentor you if you are not willing to prepare, listen, act, and follow up. Many people want access to wisdom but not responsibility. They ask for time and then do nothing with the guidance. That is not honor. If you seek a mentor, know why you are asking. Study their work first. Ask specific questions. Respect their time. Act on the advice you receive. Report back. Offer value when you can. Do not demand parental energy from a professional mentor. Elders also need honor, but honor does not mean elders are always right. Some elders carry wisdom. Some carry wounds. Some carry both. Receive what is wise. Be compassionate about what is wounded. Do not repeat what is harmful simply because it is old. Intergenerational relationships should be a two-way bridge. Elders can teach history, patience, practical skill, spiritual grounding, and resilience. Younger people can teach technology, new markets, language shifts, current challenges, and fresh strategy. When generations stop mocking each other and start exchanging wisdom, communities become stronger. Chosen family and tribe. Some people have biological families that are unsafe, absent, fractured, or unable to provide healthy support. This is a painful reality. A person should not be shamed for needing chosen family. Chosen family can become a sacred gift. It may include friends, mentors, neighbors, faith community, cultural community, co-workers, elders, godparents, coaches, and people who consistently show love with responsibility. But chosen family also needs standards. Do not rush intimacy because you are hungry for belonging. Loneliness can make unhealthy people look like home. Build slowly. Watch patterns. Let trust be proven. Healthy tribe is not built by vibes alone. It is built by consistency, truth, respect, reciprocity. Shared values, accountability, repair after conflict, protection of confidence, practical support, room for growth. A tribe should help you become more yourself, not less. If belonging requires you to betray your values, abandon your purpose, ignore your body, silence your intuition, or perform an identity that is not true, the cost is too high. Relationship audits. A relationship audit is not about judging people as good or bad. It is about understanding impact. List the closest people in your life. Then ask, does this relationship strengthen or weaken my purpose? Does it bring peace, truth, growth, wisdom, accountability, joy, and support? Or does it bring confusion, guilt, fear, distraction, disrespect, financial leakage, and emotional exhaustion? What role do I play in the pattern? What boundary is needed? What conversation is needed? What gratitude is needed? What repair is needed? What distance is needed? What investment is needed? Do not use the audit only to criticize others. Sometimes you are the one draining the relationship. Sometimes you are the inconsistent friend, the avoidant relative, the defensive partner, the unprepared mentee, the person who takes but does not give. Success requires relational humility. Ask, am I a system of elevation or leakage for others? That question is serious. Boundaries without bitterness. Boundaries are not walls built from hatred. Boundaries are lines that protect love, health, purpose, and dignity. A boundary may sound like, I cannot lend money, but I can help you make a plan. I am not available for yelling. I need 24 hours before I answer. I will not discuss my purpose with people who mock it. You can visit, but you cannot disrespect my home. I love you, and I am not able to rescue you from this consequence. I am willing to help once there is a written plan. I need our agreement in writing. I am not sharing that information. Boundaries may feel uncomfortable at first, especially if you were trained to be available without limit. People may test them. Stay calm. You do not have to over-explain every boundary. Over-explaining often invites negotiation from people who already heard you. Bitterness says, I will punish you with distance. Boundaries say, I will protect what is healthy. The difference matters. The relationship between money and family money can become one of the most difficult family issues. Some families operate on emergency generosity. Someone is always in crisis and someone else is always expected to rescue. Helping is beautiful when it is wise, but help without structure can become dependence, resentment, and financial instability. Before giving or lending, ask, can I afford this without harming my household? Is this a gift or a loan? If it is a loan, are the terms written? Is this a repeated pattern? Will this help solve the root issue or only delay it? What boundary is needed? Is there another form of support besides money? Some people need money, some need budgeting, some need addiction treatment, some need job training, some need therapy, some need childcare, some need debt counseling, some need accountability. Giving money to the wrong problem can keep the real problem alive. Family financial support should move toward stability, not endless crisis. If possible, families can create structured support, a small emergency fund with rules, a scholarship fund, a family business fund, a burial fund, a childcare exchange, a transportation plan, a family estate planning day, a monthly money meeting. Structure turns generosity into strength. Real-world example, mutual aid as relationship practice across many African-descended communities. Mutual aid has been a practical way of turning relationship into survival and advancement. People have pooled money for burials, food, rent, travel, school fees, medical needs, church building funds, business starts, and emergency support. Sometimes this happened through formal societies. Sometimes through churches, mosques, lodges, saving circles, family networks, neighborhood groups, and informal community care. The principle is simple. Organized care gives people more options than isolated struggle. But mutual aid works best when trust and rules exist together. Love says, we will help. Structure says, here is how. Without structure, mutual aid can become confusion. With structure, it can become a foundation for economic and emotional resilience. The modern version may include digital payment tools, shared spreadsheets, written agreements, group savings, community fridges, emergency response teams, business directories, childcare swaps, food gardens, scholarship pools, and local skill exchanges. The question is, what kind of mutual aid fits your circle's capacity and standards? Start small, record clearly, communicate honestly, protect the trust. Repairing relationship success does not require perfect relationships, but it does require repair where possible. Repair means addressing harm with truth and responsibility. It may include apology, changed behavior, restitution, counseling, mediation, a new agreement, time, distance, forgiveness. Forgiveness and reconciliation are not the same. Forgiveness may be an internal release. Reconciliation requires trust to be rebuilt through evidence. Some relationships can be repaired. Some can be peaceful at a distance. Some should not be resumed because safety, dignity, or health would be at risk. Do not let people pressure you into reconciliation without changed behavior. Also, do not use healing language to avoid apologizing when you have caused harm. If you need to repair, begin with, I did this. It affected you this way. I am sorry. Here is what I am changing. Is there anything I need to understand? Do not demand immediate forgiveness. Do not explain before acknowledging. Do not turn your apology into a trial about the other person's flaws. Strong people repair. Building a relationship covenant. A covenant is a serious agreement about how people will live, love, and build together. Create a relationship covenant for your household, marriage, family circle, mastermind, or chosen tribe. It might include, we tell the truth. We do not use shame as a weapon. We respect money agreements. We protect children. We honor elders without repeating harmful patterns. We repair after conflict. We celebrate progress. We support purpose. We ask before giving advice. We do not gossip about what should be addressed directly. We build assets, health, knowledge, and peace. We leave people better than we found them. Write it, discuss it, adjust it, practice it. The covenant is not magic. It is a mirror. It gives the relationship a standard to return to when emotions rise. This week's work, this chapter becomes real when you examine the relationships shaping your life. Set aside 1 hour this week and complete the following. List your inner circle, support circle, professional circle, family circle, and distant circle. Identify 3 relationships that elevate purpose and 3 that create leakage. Choose 1 boundary that must be communicated or practiced. Write a household or personal relationship vision. Identify 1 elder, mentor, or skilled person you can learn from with respect. Identify 1 person you should encourage, teach, support, or apologize to. Create 1 structured act of family or community support that does not depend on chaos. Do not try to fix every relationship at once. Begin with the 1 pattern that most affects your purpose. Declaration: I honor family, community, ancestry, and chosen tribe, but I will not confuse love with disorder. I choose relationships that strengthen purpose, truth, health, accountability, joy, and legacy. I will set boundaries without bitterness. I will receive wisdom and offer support with responsibility. I will repair where I have caused harm and release roles that no longer serve my assignment. My relationships will become systems of elevation, not leakage. Closing thought: the 11th law of melanated success is this: build relationships that can carry purpose. You were not made to rise alone, but you also were not made to be drained by every person who claims access to you. Choose wisely, love deeply, set standards, honor elders, teach children, protect your household, build chosen tribe, organize mutual support, repair what can be repaired. Release what keeps demanding your future as payment for belonging. Relationships are not background. They are part of the structure. Build them with the same seriousness you bring to money, skill, faith, and purpose.